What's up, everybody? I hope this resolution is clear because I've got some editing issues, whatever. But so, well, I'd like to say this. Even if nobody watches my videos and I only have a few subscribers, I have been able to go back and look at some of my old videos, and I swear to you, it seems like I'm trying to communicate to myself in the future with these videos. And something I was listening to the other day was like exactly in tune with what was on the radio, and I thought only it would be statistically impossible to be able to do that unless something inside me or some source I have knows what the future is going to be, and something beyond what like the government would be able to do or some business entity or whatever. So it was just weird, and I like, maybe I'm the only person who watches my videos, but I mean, maybe I'm trying to communicate to myself more than anybody else. So I guess I should keep watching myself and keep seeing what I have to say. I look at some of my old videos and laugh because I sound so stupid sometimes because maybe it's the medicine I'm taking, or maybe I just came off the wrong way. But I'm building on building up this page, and I have two pages now at David Cash. Wait, let me check and see what the other one is. At David McCullough Cash is one on YouTube. That's my new handle, and YouTube has handles now. And at David Cash Media Huntsville. And I've tried to talk about my city a lot because it's sort of it's not as well known as like Atlanta and Austin, Texas, and but it's a cool place to live. It didn't always used to be. Like when we first moved here, me and my family in like 1987, it was just like a bunch of farmland, and then they got a Chick-fil-A, then they got a Publix, then they started bringing in a bunch of restaurants, and then later on they remodeled downtown and made downtown a fun place to be because downtown you didn't used to have anything but like law offices, and obviously the jail is down that area, the courthouse, and then they built up that whole area. And then now they're building like Mid City, which is on Governor's Drive, and me and my dad go eat there every week and at this Big Spring Cafe place. So maybe you'll see us there. We eat there every week, so I guess we got some kind of agreement with them to do that. But it's a good place. It's supposedly home of the greasy burger, but um, I want to get a T-shirt from there and wear it around because they have T-shirts you can get. Speaking of shirts and clothes, I've got my Ace Hardware shirt on. Ace, Ace. Wait a second. What does it say? Saint Lake Martin Building Supply. This is where our old boat used to be at. Believe it or not, my family has a boat. I don't drive. I can drive it a little bit, but I don't have a boating license. My brother likes to be the one to drive the boat. He's big into. They've taken it out a few times, and he spent the time to get a license. So I didn't, but I could if I wanted to. Um, but I actually wrecked that boat because my dad told me to steer it. I was driving it fine, and we were going through under one of those causeways or one of those like those little things where they have like the three sections, and you got to go pick a route and go underneath it and go slow underneath it. Like I think it was a bridge or something. Yeah, duh, a bridge. But I wrecked it, and we had to call the rescue squad people, and we had to. But like, if you get stuck out on the water, you better have a cell phone because we had, and like maybe you don't have cell phone service. So yeah, we had to get towed back to the shore or to a dock. But I don't go. I'm not big on the boat. I'm not. I'm scared of the water. Every time we get in the boat, I'm looking for a life jacket. If I don't have a life jacket, I don't want to go because I'm just afraid I'm gonna get drowned at sea or something or on a lake. But so I recommend if you guys have boats and stuff, make sure you have life jackets and make sure your a cell phone that works in case you get stuck out there and your boat runs out of gasoline. Because like that happened to us, and the batteries died a few times. So then later on we got a new boat, but again, we don't take it out. Just on a few times during the summer. But But for some people, that's the only thing they care about is having their boat. I always liked Lethal Weapon when was it Lethal Weapon when he lives on the beach in a trailer? Yeah, he lives in a Mel Gibson lives on a beach in a trailer. I always thought that would be cool to do, or have a houseboat. There's another movie where some guy has a houseboat and lives on it. But we used to have a houseboat back in like the late '90s, and this dude that was working for us wrecked it, and then that's why they fired him. But he was doing all kinds of stuff on the boat, and kind of like the stuff I might do on the boat. But who knows? He had some girls out there. He had some alcohol, and if they catch you on the water with alcohol, they can really screw you up. A DUI on a boat is can be pretty serious, and you can also just end up drowning because you're drunk on the boat. And I mean, I don't know. I like to drink, but I'll tell you what kind of beer I drink. I drink Budweiser. It's my favorite beer. Maybe they'll support me. Maybe they'll endorse me. You never know. Maybe they'll help me get a job at a place that supplies Budweiser to people, like a bar or something. Actually, in the past 3 years, the two places I worked at that I liked the best were bars. I worked at the Juicy Seafood and Shag Nasties. At Shag Nasties, there was Proud Boys there. There was a bunch of Marine veterans and Army veterans and motorcycle people like that rode like you know Harleys and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. So I was like a host slash cook, and I would like refill the ice. I would go take out the trash. I would cook some of the food, but like I wasn't the best. I was sort of like an assistant cook. But I really like that job, and I like the Juicy Seafood. Both of these places are on University and Jordan Lane, so check them out. They're good places to go. And at at the Juicy Seafood, this is like a South Korean slash Chinese run place. They're all like from California or something, and they were really cool to me, and I could have stayed there forever. And I got lazy and I didn't want to come in. I made a mistake at this other place too, the Shag Nasty's place, and complained about something an employee said to me, but I was just being lazy in both cases. And I plan on I'm moving across town. In I got approved to my apartment at the Country Club Apartments on Southside Huntsville, which is on Airport Road and near Airport Road. And so I got my parents helped me out, and they're paying some of it. I'm paying some of it, but it's like it's gonna be a big place. You'll see the background here will change, and it'll be the background there. I'm gonna try to get some posters on the wall. You're not gonna see this messy background because it'll be clean. Because I have so many clothes and so much stuff, I can't fit it all in this place. So to me, I think it's a sign, and I'm glad that I'm moving into a bigger place, and but I'm sad in a way because I've got some stuff. I've got my money over here on this side of town. The way I make money, I'm not going to say how, but it's nothing illegal. But it's just the minute I go and tell everybody where I work, it seems like it gets messed up or what I'm doing. So where I work is this place, and I got to ride my bike there. So there's another place I can go when I move across town, but I'm gonna have to ride the bus, and I just wish the buses in Huntsville, Alabama, where I live, were 24 hours a day. So the bus system would run 24 hours a day to get people where they needed to go, and it would also go out to the Mazda Toyota factory, so I could go work there, and it could go out. It could expand its routes and go. But 24/7 bus service is what I'm requesting from my city, and I wondered if anybody would be interested in funding a bill like that, or something with the city council to pass that amendment or something to make that happen. I think it would be worth the money. I think there are people that need to get to work 24 hours a day, and that's why I had trouble using the bus system, is because I may work till 10 at night and the bus system stops running at 5 p.m. every day. And then, okay, they do Saturday and Sunday, they drive people around downtown to go to bars, but some of us are really trying to work and don't have cars, and we want to help. We want to be part of the economy, and we want to get to where we want to get 24 hours a day. It wouldn't cost that much to run that sort of operation, I mean, so I like people at my city. There's this one lady, Kelly Scrimshire, who runs the whole city, and she does like, and she's my mom's friend. And I'm asking you, Kelly, would you please pass something with the city council so I can have a bus to take me wherever I need to go, specifically to my job, wherever that's going to be, and to expand the bus routes to these new properties, these new territories that have been opened up by Huntsville that aren't covered on the existing bus route map. And also, they removed some of the rain shelters on University Drive. I don't know why they did that, because people don't want to be rained on while they're waiting for the bus. They need to expand those and make them bigger, so you can have 30 people waiting under one of those instead of just like 3 people. There's somebody like me. I'm sort of in between rich and poor. My parents have a lot of money, but they throw me into these situations with poor people all the time, where I'm doing stuff that you would think only a poor person would do, and we live in a way that to conserve a lot of money. So sometimes I end up ending up in those same situations where I can see, hey, this could be a better situation, but maybe they don't want to speak up about it, but I will. So I'm asking the City Council of Huntsville, Alabama, this Governor Kay Ivey, the Steve Marshall, the District Attorney, the Attorney General, Katie Britt, the Senate elect. I think Katie Britt is now the senator. So I'm asking Katie Britt especially, will you pay? Are you willing to put money into our bus system and send us the federal funds so that we can have a 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week bus system? And all the young people that want to go to these places need to have a place to go. And if they want to ride around all night, then they should be able to, for cheaply. Like college students especially, when I went up to when I was in North Carolina, I rode they had a bus system in Boone, North Carolina, which was like this cheap bus, like you just paid, I think it was free there. But like, and what about just removing the cost aspect and just making it free, and just opening up travel to everyone and just making it free, or making it, cuz like, and also like just expanding the routes, making it completely free, if we got some federal funding from Katie Britt and she could just send like $10 million, we could do that, And okay, maybe it won't be free, but okay, maybe increase the prices by, make it not $1 but $2 a ride. Okay, fine. I know things cost money. I'm not a bleeding edge heart liberal that just believes that everything can be free and we can just take money and not repay stuff. I believe in business, and I'm a business person, and I want to get to work. And I also want to go, like I said, I want to go to the Mazda Toyota factory so I can go work there too, and to all the factories that are in Huntsville. The PPG factory is one out on Moores Mill Road. Or just maybe you could have a special bus just for factory workers, paid for by the factory, like paid for by PPG, which is a plastics company, paid for by Mazda Toyota, which is obviously a car company. And I keep seeing these Mazda Toyota commercials, and I want to go work there, but I don't have a car to get there. And a lot of people are working these jobs, they're 15, 20 an hour, but we don't have the car to get there, and we don't have the insurance money to pay. I don't have a guarantee that I'm going to have money every month to pay. I'm barely paying my cell phone, my internet bill, thanks to the Affordable Connectivity Program. I'm on the online in a way I never was before. But I thank Biden for that. That's one thing he did that I like, and I don't hate Joe Biden, but I don't hate Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis or Barack Obama or Mike Pompeo or any of these people. And I got so upset by the election coverage and how divisive and angry people got with me and the mean things that were being said, that I didn't vote at all. But I'm voting now for this bus system bill, this thing, so that, and maybe and if people in Huntsville have to pay an extra $1 in tax on property taxes, if everybody in Huntsville paid an extra $1 on their property taxes, that would probably be enough to pay for it. And if you've got property, you're paying $1,000 a month anyway for your place, you can spend an extra $1. So do the math. That's how many property. There's $500,000. That's about $500,000, probably, maybe $1 million, if you add up all that money. Okay, let's say $10 on the property tax is put on each person's property tax. That's nothing to people. Okay, so that's $500,000, $1 million to pay for this bus project, and it would be worth the money to get workers to where they need to go. Because I'm still biking everywhere, walking everywhere, because the bus isn't practical for me, because I need it past 5 p.m. and there needs to be, and I want to be able to rely on it all the time, not just half of the time. And I need these bus shelters to be enlarged too, to fit 50 people, not just 3 people. I mean, those should have been designed that way in the first place. Designing them for just that small amount of space isn't enough in the first place. They need to be big. They need to be like 50 yards, or not 50 yards, 25 feet in length maybe, or something. 25 feet in length, and 10 and far back as the next business to go past the sidewalk. But the businesses would have to agree to let that happen. But it's about getting to where you need to go. And if we want to have a progressive city in Huntsville, and a good place to live for young people to come here, that's why that place in Boone, North Carolina was so cool, because first of all, the bus was free, and it was a total college town, and it was nicer than ours. And it would, and what about putting AM radio or FM radio in the buses, so you have a music in the background, and just putting an audio system in all the buses, so you have an audio background, or even like a movie everybody can watch, like on a DVD, on a flat screen you install in every bus, so everybody watches like a special movie or something while you ride around. But like, if I'm going to pay the bus money, I want to have influence over however this goes. So if I'm going to be on this bus, I want to have say in what happens with this bus. It's called the Orbit bus, and it's got a special route, an app, Route Shout 2.0 or something, where you can pay ahead of time and you can see all the routes. But the routes need to be expanded. They need 10 more buses at least. They need to expand their downtown location on Wheeler's Church Street area, so there'll be areas for more buses to come to the way station. They need to create a second way station too, so that you wouldn't have to drive all the way down to that one waypoint to go switch your bus. You could go have somewhere across town and then mix up the routes to where you had an easier way to get around and wouldn't have to wait an hour for the next bus. You'd just be waiting like 15 or 20 minutes. But I'm going to be on that bus, and please don't harass me and give me a hard time. Like, that's happened before, and I'm just riding the bus innocently, but I'm bringing my whole game with me. So I may even be carrying a camera or a laptop or some electronic device, and I don't want to be messed with by somebody on the bus that wants to mess things up. So that's probably why you got to pay $1, because you got to pay to be there. But maybe you pay $2, and then you get the money that way instead of the $10 property tax. But it's a $10 property tax increase. But who wouldn't? There are people that would ride the bus just to ride it, even if they had the money, and I may be one of those people. But it's so cold outside right now. It's like 30 degrees outside. I just rode my bike to go to work, and it's cold, and my hands were so cold I could barely move them, and I don't want to go. I don't want to go out there in that cold, and I want to be, and I don't want, but I also don't want to wait for a bus for an hour, or I want to wait for 20 or 30 minutes. So I want this bus system improved. That's my platform. That's what I'm saying we should do. I think there's a lot of young people that would benefit from, I think local businesses would benefit by having employees to be able to actually get to work on time, and that includes Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Saturday and Sunday are not bus days, so they just don't operate the bus on those days. Well, they need to, and it needs to be 24 hours a day. Nobody's job ends at 5 p.m. Most of these jobs out there with people riding buses, they can end up working at 2 a.m. or something. Or they're at least working until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. sometimes. And also maybe buying some double-decker buses to fit more people. because there's a limit to how many people they can hold. But like if they buy a double decker bus, you'd have, you ever seen those? They have 2 stories and they have a top level and a bottom level, and there's just more room. But Huntsville needs to adapt by providing, or another thing Huntsville could do is start a railway, like a railway that goes all over town, that goes like 300, they go like 300 miles per hour, like they do in Europe, and start a railway where you pay like cheaply, you pay like the same a dollar, and it gets you this to where you need to go in like 5 seconds because it's like 300 miles per hour. So that's the next thing we could do. But I need to get to where I'm going, and not to mention taking the risk off the road. The more people take mass transit, the less likely people are to get in accidents, especially young people, especially college students, and people in college don't have cars or want to ride the bus, or they may gravitate toward riding the bus just to be around other people, whatever. So I have those 2 ideas. And to pay for the railway, again, I'd raise it. Okay, it might cost a little more. Raise the property taxes $20 for every property. If you raise the property tax $20, that's like $1.5 million. Maybe more, maybe $10 million. So there's ways to raise money without costing people too much and making things simple to understand for people. And if I ever get to House, Senate, or President, which is my 3 goals politically, one of those 3 could happen. If I do, I'll do the same type of smart initiatives. Now listen, I was just listening to a Joe Rogan episode with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the most famous YouTube guy in the world. He has like 200 million followers. But interesting, who is this guy and what is he talking about? Mr. Beast is got his stuff translated into other languages, and it's like Spanish, and he's very popular, and I hope to be as popular as he is. But if I'm just popular in my own city of Huntsville, which I kind of am, I think I'm making progress, then and I can do things at the local level just by talking about them, then maybe that's good too, that matters too. And I've grown up here my whole life, and I recommend anybody that wants to come here, come to the Huntsville International Airport and fly in and come be a part of a great state, Alabama. But Alabama is okay, but Huntsville is like, might as well be the capital city of Alabama. And in terms of growth, in terms of influence. Okay, Montgomery's the capital officially, but Montgomery is Montgomery, and they don't have as much stuff as we do. And there's so many restaurants you can go to here that are like great places. So I'm trying to figure out where to go eat for my birthday dinner I'm having with my dad, and we're gonna go up to his house and watch one movie and eat. And so I've already decided it's going to be Bomb Hauer's Victory Grill. Now I don't know if this is like some security risk to say this or something, but Bomb Hauer's used to be Wings on Airport Road. Now that Wings location is like La Firma or some Mexican restaurant, but we would always go there to eat, and it had like the best wings in town and cheese fries. But I already know I'm going to order triple plate cheese fries and 24 wings, and then the extra 12 wings I'm going to take home to keep and microwave. But I like chicken wings a lot. I've always been somebody that likes sports bar food, and I hear the sports page is a good place to go too. That's on Whitesburg. The sports page is also, my friend used to say he would go there a lot. And Drake's, I'm gonna probably go be at Drake's a few times. Drake's is a bar near my new Country Club Apartments place I'm moving in January. So they have like $3 Paps Tuesday or something, so I'll go there for that probably. And so I'll be there if you ever want to see me there. And who knows, maybe an attractive woman will start a conversation with me, and then it'll go from there, and then who knows what could happen. But being a straight guy out of college, out of high school, can be difficult, and it's hard to meet good-looking girls like the kind I see online. But hey, you never know. So, and guess what? I'll have a nice big place, so I can have some people over, and maybe I can have a guest over to be on my podcast. that, or to be on my YouTube video. That'd be pretty cool, because obviously I've never had a guest except another people to rap on my rap songs. So I had like, and I made a few YouTube videos with this dude that I met that stayed at my house for a while. And now I have a new request from one of my friends to stay at my place. So I'm gonna let her if she needs to. But but all this is contingent upon me having a place to live, and all that's contingent upon me me continuing to hustle and make noise and be somebody that's relevant online. And how I make my money is unclear to some people, but I have made money. I do I kind of have broken even in terms of my internet stuff, but I feel like I feel excited about the direction my life is going in. I'm glad. I know I'm not 23 like Mr. Beast. I'm actually 31, but that's not that. Born in 1991, by the way, November 8th, 1991, and hey, not everybody was born on election day, and I think that matters, and I think people should remember that about me. And I learned growing up in college, because I took a lot of history classes and poli-sci classes and stuff, that people born on weird days like full moons and holidays ended up becoming great often. So that's almost like saying that maybe like an alien decided I have some alien lineage or some hidden genealogy that chose to have me birthed on some weird election day in 1981, which was the election of Ronald Reagan. And it's weird because look, here we go again with Russia and Reagan. As far as I know, Reagan was responsible for breaking up Russia, and now it looks to me like they want to reestablish the USSR. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm not sure if that'll happen or not. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I want there to be peace in the Ukraine and Russia as soon as possible, no matter what has to happen. And I look to the UN, places like the UN, for guidance, and I sometimes don't get the guidance that I want, because I see the UN and they're not engaging me like the White House does. So I watch the YouTube White House press feed and watch all their videos. Whether I'm vote Republican or not at all or whatever, I still like watching their videos. Maybe some of them will watch my videos. I just need a few subscribers. Just a few subscribers. That's all I need. Even if just my dad and my mom and my friends would subscribe, that would get it started. But hey, there's Mr. Beast on YouTube, and there's Mr. Beast on Joe Rogan, and like Joe Rogan has talked about me. He was talking about Garth Brooks, but he wasn't using Brooks' last name. He was like, so he was using this Garth Brooks thing as a way to talk about me, I think. And let's not forget about our friend Mo Brooks, who ran for Senate but lost. I hope that it wasn't my fault that he lost, but I think he's going to run again. And when he does, it may be for House, but as far as it was kind of unclear to me, because I thought, okay, he's running for Senate, but he's still in the House. Did he quit the House? And now there's this Dale Strong guy who's the new guy, but I think I underestimated my dad's connection to this guy, and because I said on TikTok that I was endorsing Katie Britt, but now looking back on it, I'm not sure if that was the right endorsement or not, but my endorsement goes a long way, so she did win. But Katie Britt, for now though, we don't know what's going to happen with all that. But for now, Katie Britt can get the money. Since I helped get her elected, Katie Britt can help get the funds to pass the bus bill to run a 24-hour set, 24/7 buses in the city of Huntsville, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on holidays, so that people like me can get to work and get back, and we can get this whole city to work, and also expand the bus routes, include some double-decker buses, and expand one new location for the bus area, so that we'll have a second bus stop-off location to switch buses, because their existing one already has like 10 or 15 buses stopping at it to switch routes. And also, or a second option for a railway and high-speed rail throughout the city of Huntsville and throughout to get to all the major factories and all the businesses and all the nightlife and everything, so we can have a fully connected city, so we can fully have everyone going to work, because it doesn't help the economy when we have people not going to work or ending up in jail, or just not contributing because they can't get to work. And I don't foresee anybody giving me a car anytime soon. I'm trying to push self-driving cars because obviously my dad doesn't want me to drive, and I don't have the money. But I've had a bunch of cars, and I'm not. The only way I'm on the road is on bike or bus, or walking. So I really need this to happen for me. Any of my international and national friends who could help push this bus thing through, I would appreciate it. And if I'm going to spend money on this bus, I want my money respected, and I want to have a say in what happens with this bus program. And we need to hire 10 more drivers, have 10 more buses, double-decker buses, and I need the routes expanded all over the city. And like I explained all this, so this is the deal, and that's how I'm going to publish my video about the city of Huntsville orbit buses. So maybe it'll get some attention, maybe not. But thanks for listening. I'm Dave McCullough Cash. My YouTube handle page is youtube.com at DAVIDMCCULLOUGHCASH. My other page, I have two YouTube pages actually. My other YouTube page is hold on, let me pull it up on this file I have on Notepad, my favorite text editor, courtesy of Microsoft. It's at David Cash Media Huntsville. At David Cash Media Huntsville. YouTube.com / at David Cash Media Huntsville. And you can also search for my name at DAVIDMCCULLOUGHCASH on an internal Spotify search, or I have about 3 podcasts up, or on the YouTube internal search, or on Google, DuckDuckGo, or Bing, all of which will bring my search results up. My YouTube page is first. I'm very proud of that. And so I'm also on Twitter at JMuskov, at JMUSKOV, or at Antichrist Allah, ANTICHRISTALLAH. So yeah, find me on Twitter. We do all kinds of cool NFT stuff on Twitter. Like, I have these Twitter spaces where like they talk about stuff I do, and they've made some NFTs based on the stuff I've done online and offline and IRL, or in real life, whatever. And also, I want to promote one final show, Tennessee Valley Living, with this girl Peyton. And I really like the show. It reminds me of something I might do if I ever could do something like that. But she goes around to places, restaurants, and rates them. She was at the Veterans Day parade, and I am sort of a veteran. I never was deployed, but I was at a base for a while, and it didn't work out. But anyway, Peyton from Tennessee Valley Living, maybe she'll feature me on the show or say something about me. I've got my Ace Hardware shirt on here. Ace the place with the helpful hardware Ace the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Right. And don't forget Home Depot, how doers get things done. And don't forget Cash Properties LLC, the biggest company in the South. Everybody knows about Cash Properties because of me, because that's my parents' business. CashPropertiesLLC.com is where you can go shop for rentals. No, we are not selling. The housing market is pretty good right now, and we go once a week to do maintenance on all these properties, and you might see me there if you rent from us, and see me and my dad going to work. Sometimes my mom is there too, but we usually get a list from my mom about everything we got to do, and it also often includes a stop at Home Depot. It often includes termite spraying and spraying Roundup and cut chainsaws and hedge clippers and all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in that too, follow me. And finally, I want to say, whoever may the best man win in terms of all this political stuff, because I'd like to stay in the middle on this, and I don't know who's going to win. all these elections and how this Senate and House thing is going to balance out. But I think balance is good in government, and so I'm kind of glad that it wasn't a big red wave or a big blue wave. I'm glad that it was somewhere. It's close, so that maybe we can have some reasonable people decide things. So I believe in America, but I also believe in myself, and I also believe in, hopefully, what I like I said, I believe in my city, Huntsville, and I hope my city will step up with this bus route thing and this bus expansion program and do it based on my advice and what I need as a citizen. Maybe my dad can put some money into it. Maybe we can make an investment out of it. Um, and and thanks to all the local businesses that hired me in the past 3 years. Denny's, McDonald's, well, those are national business, but corporate businesses. But Denny's, McDonald's, Shag Nasty's, Juicy Seafood, uh, Davis Wholesale Flour. But sometimes people don't stick around because they like to move around and they like to experience different things, and that's kind of my story. And Jack's, of course, one of the last places I worked before I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is whatever it is that is. But I'm not going to talk about it right now. So thanks for listening. I'm Dave McCullough Cash. All you got to do is search for me and find out what I'm doing. Search for Mr. Beast on YouTube. Maybe Mr. Beast can bring me some views. Mr. Beast is what I aspire to be on YouTube, obviously. He is the man. And okay, so and also check out Joe Rogan and on Spotify, and the Gary V audio experience on Spotify. Thanks for listening. See you later. Dave McCullough Cash.